Okay, here we are. This is lesson 6 of how to draw a Gurney Eagle. And if you caught yesterday's episode, you'll see that I did some work off camera today. And the reason is I wanted to get to the point that we can get this thing wrapped up, or at least down to the point that you can see some of the fun work on it, like on the wheels. And that's what I'm doing here, is the front wheel. The work that I had done was to do the rear pipes and a little cleaning up on the body itself for tonal values and all. But there's still work to be done in the final cleanup. I haven't done that yet. But I just wanted to get closer on some of the other elements so that you could see the parts that I really enjoy, the ones that draw the viewer's eyes in, like the wheels and knockoffs if it's got it, or wire wheels, or anything that will catch somebody's eye. And these are the things that if you take just a little extra time on it and you work on one specific area that a person's definitely going to look at, then you've done your job, and you make it more exciting for the person who's looking at it. And that's what I always try to find. Something that's really going to make it exciting to look at. And that's what this left front wheel is. The left rear wheel, I'm not going to spend as much time on. It's going to look nearly as good, but it's so much farther away from the action that I'm going to take less time with it. I'm going to still make it look decent, but I really want to spend the time to make the front one look great, because the front of the car is going to be more where people are going to look. Just human nature. You point the car kind of at them and you put it right in front of them, they're going to look at the closest thing with some detail on it, and that's going to be the front end of the car and that left front wheel. You want the back one to look good. It just doesn't have to look as good as the front one does. In this case, if it were a car that were headed away from you, it'd be just the opposite. Of course, you'd want to do the rear wheel, the one that's closest to the viewer. And the reason for that is that that's what they're going to see first, and it's going to naturally draw their eye to it. So you want to make sure that it's really done well. And here we go, working on the inside of the wheel right now. These are magnesium wheels, so they're kind of gray all over. There really isn't a whole bunch of changing color, but there are some shadows inside there. So I'm trying to do it rather subtly. I don't want to go and blow the thing out in terms of shadowing and tonal values and stuff. So trying to make it believable without making everybody go crazy over it. And there's a flat plate between the two exhaust pipes in the back, and I'm guessing that's for downforce, and that's what I'm doing right there, is just to take care of that. Okay, getting close. Again, we're darkening up a couple places that were just a little bit too light before, and I'm trying to make this look like that's the lower part there is a reflection off the asphalt or concrete that this is parked on. So trying to make that look legitimate and like it could really be the case. I'm using a photograph that I found on the net as the basis for this, so parts of it are kind of indistinct. It's not a huge photograph. It's not really as detailed as I would have liked, but it was one that showed the car well from the side, and that was the vantage point from which I wanted to show it. So it is a really nice photograph. It just doesn't have enough details in a couple areas that would have made it a little bit easier for me. But of course they didn't do it for me. They did it for themselves. So okay, there we go. We're working a little bit on the rear tire too. Again, I'm still going to go over this one last time at least, and we're going to make sure that the tonal values of one against the other are close enough that people look at it and say, wow, it looks good. And if you make it good enough that people just automatically say that, then you're fine. Okay, getting down toward the end. Tomorrow we're going to try to finish up that wheel, and then we may start in the cockpit, and I hope to see you back here then. Thank you very much. Bye.